All right. Good evening and welcome to Hacker Huddle. We are in the third Monday of the month, which, we always want to meet the first and third, and probably up to launch, we need to meet a little more often. Kim Kubinski reached out to me tonight and asked if I would like for her to have Megan, which is her rock star social media girl, do a social media training next week. And I said, yes, and we will make sure that we are on watching, or as many of us that can be, because I know that right now that's probably one of the biggest struggles for you guys. We can't, I'm not going to deny what digital marketing does, and we need to make sure that we're utilizing those platforms to spread the word, because somebody's going to tell our friends and family about GLP-1, and it needs to be us. And so we need to utilize that. And I didn't, nobody ever really taught me how to do social media, but apparently I do okay at it, because I have a lot of people come on board because of that. There's a lot of people I wouldn't have on if it wasn't for social media. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that tonight, but I do want to recognize some things prior to that. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I know that it's not the end of the month yet, but we have some really great things going on. I didn't get to to update the seller bonuses yet, but I'm going to do that on the next one that I do. But let's see here. I just want to share. Let me do this. And I want to bring this up, you guys. This is amazing. Okay, we have got our enrollment leaderboard, and we are way, way up in enrollments, way up this month. Everybody is working hard and bringing people on. And I'm telling you, this new GLP-1, you guys, it makes the conversation about LifeVantage so much easier. And like I said, people may not be interested in cellular health, but you talk about weight management and they're like, here's my money, tell me what to do. And that's what's happening. And even in my world, because this is the world that I used to be in, weight management, and my enrollments are skyrocketing because the people that used to be in that space with me are now saying, okay, now I see what you're doing and I'm ready to go. And so what we have is different, and you have to understand that. And the only way that you're really going to understand that completely is to plug into the calls, those doctors' calls and stuff. I know you don't want to sit there and listen, but man, once you start, you're going to learn so much. Dr. Dondi's call that I did with him is an amazing place for education. And then Dr. Rodarte's call that I put in that is so good. You guys, two completely different ones. Brett Brimhall has some good stuff. And so anything that you can listen to while you're walking, whatever you're doing, that's just going to let you hear this message over and over again. But let's recognize all these people who have a new enrollment. We've got Deb Kaiser. She's been working on Gal for a long time, and she finally came on board and did it. And so, and she put in a big order then, even extras. So that's great. My cousin Beth Reichert just joined, and she enrolled. She said, Sandy, I think I need to become a consultant. I've got somebody ready right now. Absolutely. Sarah Wassinger, Stacy Patterson, brand new. Aaron Schmidt, brand new. Kate Starkskin, Kelly Vick, Faye Rogers, Richard, and I can't remember his last name, and I'm sorry that I don't have that on there. Gosh darn it. That must have come off. But then Lisa Bauer, and then we got Madison Church, who is a college student. She's got a new enrollment, you guys, and she's got a great story about her skincare or her skin and her gut health. And she got on the gut health and lost 6 pounds, I think is what her mom said, or something like that. Just getting on that gut health, plus that helped her face. So know those things. Ellen Carpenter, Jennifer Kreitz, brand new. Lisa Eddington, June Jenny, brand new. Renee Keeney, brand new. Leslie Lawrence, who is also brand new. Liko Inkersell, Karen Korf, Angie Palmer, Janine Burns, Christine G, Jenny Heppery, Naomi Shida. Yes. Those people all have one new enrollment, you guys. And we haven't even gotten to the, we still have a lot of days left in the month. Okay. And then we've got several who have a lot of enrollments. Okay. And That's a lot for me. That's one of the higher I've ever had. But this is just goes to show that I've been in this 5 years and I'm still getting that many enrollments. Okay. And it's just a lot of consistent sharing. I will let you know, in a lot of conversations. Rachel Dalzell, she is the TikTok girl doing her stuff on TikTok, and she's really crushing that platform with 10. Amanda Gonzalez with 4, Kathy Johnson with 3, Dana Bochi with 3, Morgan Holmstrom with 2, Jessica Lutyan with 2, Marie, and brand new 2, Jessica is. Marie Hampton, Denise Weiser, brand new, has 2. LaDon Britton, Terry Weldon, 2. Sonia Curtis, Dana Church with 2. Mandy Meeks with 2. Caroline Pope with 2. And Kendra Brooke, brand new, with 2. She was brand new yesterday, I believe. And so I want to bring that to your attention and shout that out, you guys, because that is important. We need to recognize that's hard work. And I'm always going to recognize that. And then those leaderboards of the gems will do these. And I don't know if you guys are, those of you who are brand new, this is very doable for you too, but this gives you an extra 5% income on your sales volume. So we got Morgan Holmstrom, Kathy Marks, Kathy Johnson, Faye Rogers, Tammy Bates, Marie Hampton, Carrie Ann Whitaker, Deb Kaiser, Christy Balsick, Marie Rowley, Caroline Pope, Sonia Curtis, Steph Carlson, Connie Stone, Lynn Hammond, Maura Young. There's some names on there, guys, of people who haven't been on there for a long time. So tell me that this doesn't matter, that this doesn't make a difference, that you've got something new to talk about and something new that's exciting and it works. Let's take a look at the emeralds. Let's see if I can find the emeralds. There they are right there. The emerald sellers, this means you have 1,000 to 2,000 SV, you guys, and I'm telling you, this adds up over time. And so, make it whatever your goal is. Make sure that you're setting goals and make it your goal to get on these boards if that's what drives you. LaDon Britton, Karen Locklear, Lori Peer, Rachel Dalzell, Jenny Heppery, Kaylee Sainer, and James Van Osdell. And you're seeing a lot of those same names enrolling, and then people on these leaderboards, guys. That's those two things go hand in hand, and they're doing those tasks that need to be done to get you where you want to be and grow in your business. And between 2,000 and 3,999 SB, we've got Lisa Eddington, Lico Inkersell, and Janine Burns. And one other thing that you might notice, guys, is that, and then I'm on the diamond, and I'm not going to show that. You guys all know that I hit that rank, and that's where I want all of us to be. And that's why I keep doing these calls, because I want you to have what I have. But one thing about it, oh shoot, what was I going to say? Oh, that consistency over time. How do those people, how are they on there time after time? And that's the beauty of this business, you guys. You can have a conversation with somebody, and if you do a really good job bringing that person to LifeVantage and showing them a good experience, I don't know about you, but when I go somewhere and I'm treated well and I feel like I matter, I go back to that store. And if somebody's really invested in me, and I mean, many of you guys on here were customers for a long time before you ever became consultants. What made you stay? Because you had a good experience. It works. Somebody didn't just sell you a bottle of Protandim and then say, oh, I hope it works, and then never pay attention to you again. You've got questions, you serviced your customers, and that's why people are still on board. So you want to make sure that, in all of this, think about yourself. I did put that in the group chat today of what is it that draws you? What keeps you around? What is it that attracts you on a post? And that's what other people might think too. We're all attracted to different things, but I think more than anything, we're all attracted, especially in this world today, to being valued and making it feel like we matter. And so I try to do that. I have a lot of customers, over 400, and I have a lot of consultants. But anybody that reaches out to me, I'm doing that and just trying to make sure that in those groups that I'm posting a lot of information, so people who don't really want to engage or talk back and forth to me, they're still being touched every single day because they're in those groups and we're posting information. Those are invaluable to you guys. I hope that you use them, because you can have many conversations with people without saying a word if they're scrolling through there and doing searches of former posts and just seeing these testimonials that are coming through with the GLP-1. Okay. And so I know I have a lot of brand new consultants on here, and I'm so excited for you. You had those three coupons, three brand coupons for brand new customers that are only good for 7 days. And then you have three consultant coupons for a pack for people who buy a pack, that those are good for 30 days. And I want you to, I am very happy to help you guys as far as a, you know, putting me in a conversation with people to talk to them about why consultant, why not, and I have a lot of people who are brand new, June being one of them, had never even tried products. And she said, I'm going to be a consultant because why? I'm not really sure. But maybe I could have June answer that real quick. June, I'm going to unmute you and I'm going to ask you, what is it that drew you, somebody like you who has experience in direct sales? What is it that drew you to say, you know what, I'm going all in. I'm going for it. What is it that drew you?
Well, I kept watching you and your stories, and I had some friends that had been on Pro Tandem before and tried to get me in the business like 5 or 6 years ago. And I had no interest, but watching you, and I knew that Pro Tandem was great. And I have been lacking energy and just not feeling my best. And I went, I have nothing to lose. So I'm going for it. That's the way I am. I'm not gonna just order. I wanted to be a consultant and get a discount and just try the products.
Yeah. And she's already shared. So you already have a customer. So, we know that. You're already talking to a lot of people. What is it that why LifeVantage?
Um, well, I had tried a couple other companies, and I just like the culture. I like your honesty and the way you are, and I just felt like I wanted to be in LifeVantage because I don't trust some of the people in the other companies, just saying. And I trusted you, so I said,
And
"I'm gonna give it a
I
go."
want you to know I don't take that lightly. And did you hear that, you guys? She bought LifeVantage more about Sandy than the products, although she knew the products were good. And so that's what I want. That should be loud and clear in your ears right now, is that people don't just, they do not buy a business pack because they just want to. Okay. She did that. She bought the business pack. She's ready to go. She had exposure to the groups. She had, she and I talked for a long time. She didn't just say, I'm kind of interested. I didn't just send her a link and then not. I said, I want to know why you want to come here. And we had a really good conversation. And so I'm not saying that I do it right, but evidently worked with somebody like June, who is a person of huge integrity. And so I take that as a big compliment that she would trust me. And now I need to guide her in that way. And we have help with that. And so that's what you need to understand, that people are going to come to you for the same reason. So what is it that you're putting out there to have people trust you? Are you living a lifestyle that you're talking about? When you make posts, are you posting a picture? And I did say this in the today, you guys, there are lots of testimonials on posts of people losing weight, and there's a lot of different ones. And if you didn't see Shauna Mucklow's video today and then her post, you need to use that, because I'm telling you, there are so many people out there who have Shauna's story, and you can use that. You can use that in your stories. You can use her post by putting it up, but then tell a story. I don't know Shauna personally, but my friend does. Or you can say, my friend Shauna, she's not going to care because she's a friend to everybody. My friend Shauna is on a GLP-1 trial, and these are her results. And here's what she struggled with. And you can put all of those things. When people see food noise, when they see the late night snacking and all of those things, and she's gained control of that in 4 weeks and has also lost 16 pounds. There's going to be somebody out there in your world, whether they comment or not, that see that are going to go, oh my gosh. And then they're going to be waiting for your next post. If they don't act on that one, they're going to be waiting, and they're going to see, is she serious? You need to stay consistent. Now, another thing, I don't want you to feel like your feed, and it shouldn't, needs to be all LifeVantage, because you are not LifeVantage. I'm not LifeVantage. I'm Sandy McClure. Okay. I'm branding myself as a person who really for me, I think that if I saw my post, it'd be somebody who really feels good at 60 years old, who's active, who's a grandma, who enjoys being in the outdoors and all of that, and also promotes some health products too. But that's not all I do. And so those are the kind of things, if you really want to utilize social media, you guys, you've got to start being more consistent in the way that you're sharing. And I'm not telling you you have to share everything about your family and everything, but when you're starting to get more consistent, you know what happens to that algorithm? The more you post, at least 2 or 3 times a day, you guys, and depending on when you post matters too, but the more you post, the more people see your stuff. But if you're only posting once every few days or something, Facebook and Instagram are not going to push those out. They just hold that back because they want the stuff to be seen that a lot of people are looking at. Okay, so you have to understand. I'm going to ask you this question: if somebody just posts words and it's a long paragraph, do you usually stop and read that, or do you scroll by? Think about it. A picture is what grabs people's attention, okay? And do not think that that picture of Shauna Mucklow on there, people are going to see that and go, wow, that's a difference. Or they may see it and say, well, that doesn't look much different, because really you just don't know. But then you start reading about what other things have affected. She doesn't have the food noise. She's not beating herself up. She's not worried about food and snacking all the time. People are going to be drawn to that. And then you could post one of the girl who's very thin and it was her backside. Okay, so what? I've got several people who paid attention to that, and for the reason of you should see her waist. And that happened in, I think, 12 days, where that hard area right there. So there's somebody who really didn't have a lot of weight to lose, but it's tackling those, what I call points of frustration. Okay. And so you're talking about those little things, and that is what resonates with people. That grabs people because they're like, oh man, that is me. Or man, that late night snacking, I just couldn't get over. It's happening now. But when people see pictures, you see the guys, my goodness, the guy sitting on the patio and he's got this belly in one picture, and then the next picture it's not. And it's basically the same picture, just different clothes. It's the same guy. You need to say this is happening, because there's going to be men that are like, well, this is all women. Well, I'm telling you what, the men are going to have great results too. Okay. The best part about that is then that leads you to be able to talk about other things. Because when people say, oh, I hope this gives me energy. Well, speaking of energy, have you heard of Axio? And then for me, like my new customers and my new consultants, they get that from me. I send them a shaker bottle with Axio in it. You don't have to do that. I'm not telling you to do that, but you could sure, if you had an Axio to give them, you could certainly give them a try, or give them a sample to try. That's what Deb did. My sister Deb last week, she gave her new customer, a strawberry Axio. And by that afternoon, she had already ordered, but by that afternoon, she ordered again Axio and fat burn, because she saw something about fat burn that resonated with her, because she was in the group and she saw that. Okay, so if you're not putting people in that group, you're crazy. I'm just saying, they're getting dripped on all the time. And so they can look at stuff they want or not. But guys, twice a day, we have put them in there, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. And that leads me to the next thing when I'm talking to you about social media is you need to think about what time you're posting. Okay, if you post at 10 o'clock in the morning and your target audience, most people work, how many people do you think are really going to see that? When do you look at your phone most? Like right now, there's probably a lot of people who are winding down. If your target audience is young moms, they're going to start looking at their phone at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, because that's the only time they have. And you know what they're going to be looking at? Maybe not posts, but stories. So if you're not utilizing Instagram stories, for me, I always put my stories in Instagram because they're easier to do that way. And then I share them, they share right to Facebook. So all those stories I do, if you're not utilizing stories, guys, you're missing out, because a lot of people just love looking at those. Okay, they're quick and that you don't have to read anything really. Um, and if you're not sure what that is, just reach out and I can help you a little bit, but I'm just telling you, I have 5,000 friends on Facebook, okay? And not as many people see my stories, but the people who are really interested in me see my stories, and that's where I get a lot of comments. So I'm just going to show you real quick. When you have your Facebook open like this, it's right up here. These are the stories, okay? And so my story is right there, and it just goes, and then people see that story, okay? There's my pictures in my story, and I can see everybody who's looked at that. In order to make a story, guys, I just go to my I'm not a social media person. I'm just going to tell you, but you'll get that training next week. There's the Instagram app. I go to that app and then I click right up here on my picture and then it shows me my story and then I click that little circle again and then that's how I create my stories. Okay? And then I can put music to them. I can do all kinds of things. If you don't know how to do that, Denise reached out to me today and she said, I just learned how to do Instagram Story Day. It took me forever. I said, well, you know what? That post I put on Facebook today in the group with my pictures took me an hour to write that. But once I wrote it, it was done. And then I put all kinds of things. If you look at that picture that I posted my picture, I talked about what it's going to do for other people because there's going to be a lot of people that look at that and they're going to say, well, I have way more weight to lose than her. Of course, that's going to work for her. So what I did is I said, this is what you can expect. And I put those things so that people could relate to that. So does that kind of help you guys in as far as content is concerned and the kind of things that you're wanting to put out there? Um, there is zero reason to exaggerate. You don't have to. I will tell you that facts tell, but stories sell. So if you're talking about it, maybe, people say, I follow you, I know about you, because most posts that I put up, I tell a story about those posts all the time. It's not just you will never see me put up a bottle of fat burn on my wall and give facts about it without saying, this product has done this for me. And I rarely will ever put up a product, just a picture of it. I don't know if I ever have done that, but you might see me holding that bottle of fat burn because people are going to look at a picture of me holding a bottle of fat burn, but a picture of a bottle of fat burn, scroll right on by. They see plenty of ads. We need to know why fat burn for them. Okay. So I've talked a lot. I know that we've got a lot going on, you guys. We need to utilize this. One thing more I want to say is several months ago, I found out about GLP-1. Okay. I was excited. I started working right then. All right. I started working right then of how am I going to promote this? I know it's not coming till October, but I need to get ready. And you know what? We have 19 days, actually 18, it'll be 18 days tomorrow to launch. Okay. I knew that I would earn this trip and I was 18 days away from getting to try this product too. Did you know that? Because you're all thinking she's got an edge on us because she's already been on the product. But what was I doing 18 days before I got on this product? Does anyone know? I was promoting it already. I was talking about it, the possibility of it, and I was encouraging people to notice that I was getting my gut health on point and that I was getting my activators on point so that I would be completely primed and ready. Is there anybody out there right now that can do that now? Heck yes, you can. I'm so excited because Sandy has been doing this or my friend, just whatever. And please don't tag me in that. You guys don't put my full name because I don't want them to go to my page and look. You can say Sandy, but don't tag me because then they go to my page and then they might order for me and I won't even know that they talked to you. So don't do that. Just my friend Sandy. Okay. And they may know me, but I will never, if I know that somebody else is talking to you, or I always try to say, are you talking to somebody else? If somebody says, I saw somebody post this, I'm going to go, you need to go to that person. I will always do that. But sometimes I don't know. But anyway, you have that. You have all of these people are in that Club 55. You've got their pictures. This person was right where I was 30 days ago. They were not using this product. But now that I know they're having such great results because of what they did prior to, I'm so pumped because that's what I'm doing right now. And in 19 days, I'm going to be able to experience that. And people are going to be going, oh my gosh. And here's what happens then. They see that fear of missing out of people who are like, oh, I'm going to wait till October 11th. I'm really not going to get activated. But then we say, you're going to have the amplified experience, which you will. Did you guys listen to Melody Rodarte's call? You will. NRF2, if you go to pubmed.gov, you guys, NRF2 enhances GLP-1. Did you know that? Did you know that there's a lot of GLP-1 products being offered out there right now? You don't even need to look. I'm saying stay in your lane because we've got what it takes. There is no other company that has an activator for GLP-1, number one. And there's no other company that has NRF2. And those two combined to give the results that you guys are going to see here. Okay. You're going to see people get results on Ozempic and stuff, which we don't want to make sure we're not talking about that, but you can talk about injections. People are getting those results, but you know what else is happening to them? Not very good. We don't have to knock any other product. It's kind of like that whole sportsmanship thing in high school, cheer for your team, not against the other. Just really focus on what we've got. And when people ask me, hey, but what about this company? So I say, I don't know anything about that, but here's what I do know. And I know a lot because I get on those calls. I've listened to Dr. Dondi's call several times. I've listened to Dr. Rodarte's call several times. I listened to Brett Brinhall several times. And so that gives me, I was just telling my husband today, it's so fun to sit down on a call and talk to somebody and be able to answer every single one of their questions because I have that knowledge because I've been plugged in and I've been around the fire. Now, if you don't have that knowledge yet and somebody's asking you questions, you can say, I don't know the answer to that, but my friend Sandy could probably help us. Do you mind if I put you in a group chat and we can talk about this? Or you can say, let me check in our GLP-1 group, and you can go in that group and you can do a search and maybe a search on blood sugar. Does this regulate blood sugar? Heck yes, it does. Did you know that? It does. It gets that blood sugar intact. I'm telling you, that does so many things. But if you look in that group, you can actually tag that person in that group and say, here, I just found this. And you don't even have to reach out to anybody because everything is right there. And they're going to see that. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to order, they're going to get on product, and then they're going to say, I have so many people I need to tell about this. And they're going to remember what you did. You invited them to those groups. They're going to invite their friends to those groups. They're going to tag them in posts, and their friends are going to order. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to invite friends to that group. They're going to tag people in posts, and it's all a process of duplication. It's a system. Okay. So you invite them to Biohackers Life of the Party because that is our main product group where we talk about everything. And then you invite them to GLP-1 and you tell them you're doing two things. Okay. You invite them to our GLP-1 group. And then if you're in my coaching group where we're having the 30-day sprint and then they want to do that, ask them, can I invite you to this group? Because it's a little overwhelming to have all those groups, but there's something different in every single one. And you have all of that to use and you didn't have to do any of it. And you see the education that's sitting right there in front of your nose if you use it. And then we do that so that you don't have to spend the hours and hours and hours that we do putting content together and trying to come up with all of this when we have put it in one group for you and we want you to utilize that. That would make me so happy to see all of you do that so that you can skyrocket and reach those goals that you want. Okay. So I'm going to open it up for questions here. And then I'm also going to, if you guys want, if there's some of you that want to stay on and you're brand new and you've got questions about the website and stuff, I'm happy to do that. But let's open it up for questions real quick. I know that, a lot of times people are like, well, I posted and now somebody asked me, they're interested. Now what? Right? Does anybody have any question on that? Okay. Jessica says, I keep getting people that want to be added, but then they don't accept the invite. Okay, any tips? Yes, because I had that too. I have this whole little notebook full of people that I reached out to yesterday and said, I've got 30 invites here. You didn't accept my invite. I didn't even see the notification. So you let me know if they didn't accept that, and then I will remove the invite, and then you reach out to them again, just like I did, and say, hey, I noticed that you didn't get out of the invite pool of our group yet, so you're not being able to see all of these. I've removed your invitation because I think you missed the notification. When you're ready, you let me know when you'll be ready to accept an invitation, and I will invite you, and you just make sure that you accept that invitation right away. Does that help? I did that for over 30 people yesterday, and I got 20 of them back in. They're like, oh, I didn't even know. So yeah, that's a great question. What were you doing prior to launch? Is helping others to establish good habits with nutrition and movement. Yeah, it's true. We did that 21-day challenge and all of those things, Dana. Yeah. So and here's the thing. People are realizing that when they become part of our organization, not every organization holds these challenges. Not every organization gives away drawings and free things. There's a lot that don't. That I do that so that you guys will have that extra edge, that feeling of, being able to have that. See you in Kansas City. Yes, Karen, we will see you. When we're in Kansas City, guys, Friday night, Kim and Nancy want to get their teams together with us. For those of you that are coming Thursday night, maybe if we can, and if it's not too late, we can get together and do pictures, before and after pictures, or we can just have a powwow. I would love that. And Friday night to get together. And if you guys haven't made that commitment yet to come to Kansas City, it's not too late. I think that you will never regret going. And it's a short one. It's on Friday and Saturday. We're driving down. So I have a little cold, can you tell? All right. Anybody else have any questions? I hope you're all as excited as I am, because I am so stoked. I'm telling you, I'm excited for all of you, and I want you to reach your goals. And I know a lot of you are going to have people that you need to talk to. You just need to make a list of all those people and somehow figure out how to have a conversation with them, because they're going to find out from someone. And again, when you're posting on Facebook and you use some of those posts of people who are actually on GLP-1 right now, but they're in the 55 group and they're weaning themselves off, that's a great post to put out there, because there's a lot of people, unbelievably, who are on GLP-1 right now, the injections. And you can say, this is my friend, Andrea, I think, might be one of them, who is weaning off of GLP-1. And if you don't know, just go to our GLP-1 group and read some of those posts with some of those pictures, and just share that information. Just share that, because people are going to see that. And then I also put one in there about somebody who has hormone replacement therapy and wondering if that's going to help. GLP-1 is a hormone, and it's one that we didn't think of for a long time. For me, I didn't even really know about this. So does that help? I mean, is there anything else that I can help you with? LaDawn did a super great live video today in the team group, and she just talked about doing something that's uncomfortable, taking a chance, going live. She said it's not comfortable, but I do it. I'm telling you, do the scary things. That's where growth happens. And I will tell you one more thing about when you do a post on social media, you guys. Here's a big mistake that a lot of people make. They do a post on social media, people comment, and they don't respond right away. And so, people say, I'm interested. Well, what happens when you're interested? Do you want something right away? Yeah. Or within a pretty good timeline. But if you're waiting until the next day and you don't get back to them, and then what you get back to them is important. I have put that in the group chat. And I can do that again. I can drop that in the group chat again of exactly what I'm saying when people are reaching out to me. You wouldn't say all that because you're not doing it right now, but you can use my words and change them up a little bit. And what you'll notice in there is when I do answer people, I give them a lot of information in a little bit of area. I tell them, here's what's happening. Here's how I feel. Here's where you can go to find out more information. I'm going to invite you to 2 groups. Be ready and watch for the notification. Okay. And in those groups, there's going to be a lot of information. Now you're going to see, and I'm going to say it in a lot less words, but you're going to see that everybody's getting activated now. The importance of that is so vital. And if you're like me and you don't like somebody bugging you, here's a good, better, best stack of options that we've put together. And here's a link where you can go look at those things. And if you'd like for me to have a conversation with you about what would work best for you, I'm happy to do that. Or you can just go straight to this link and order. I've told them what to do. And then I talk to them. Subscription is the best price. You want to make sure, don't be afraid of subscription because it's the best price. You can change it or cancel it or at any time. And if you do that right now, when this product launches on the 11th, not only will you be activated and your gut health be ready, but you'll also have your account ready to go so that you can just go in and order and not have to worry about trying to set up account on that day when everybody's scrambling. Huge. And that's giving them all that information. And then, then I also give them a visual of what the price looks like, So let me see if I can even just pull up one of my messages that I've got to somebody right now, just what it kind of looks like. Yeah. So here's one. So there's all that I've said to her. Okay. And I've shared that with you guys. Okay. There's the deal. There's my link. And then you can see what she wrote there. She said, I'm ready. Right after that. I didn't even have to talk to her again. The next message I got was, I'm ready. Okay. So all of the information that I gave her was enough for her to just say, I'm ready to go. You did a good job. Some other people will say, do you have any, like this one gal said, do you have any pictures of people who are a little heavier? Because all the pictures you've shared with me are smaller people. And I say, sure. And I put some more in there. So you can see all of the things that I've actually done to pique their interest. And again, I can put in the team chat, I can put exactly what I say so that you guys can see that.
I have a dumb question, Sandy.
No,
it's
never dumb.
Denise.
Uh-huh.
How do I share my link? I went into.
Oh, I'll show you that right now.
Okay.
I'll share you that right now. Let me answer this real quick. How would you word that my coupon for consultants is expiring? And we've discussed her signing up, but she hasn't done so. I don't want to push, but would also like to touch base. How would you feel? Just say, hey, I know we've talked about this, and I'm going to remind you because I would be mad at you if you wouldn't remind me about something like this. This coupon is going to expire. And I also have a couple other people looking at it. So if you want it, we need to get it done right now. How can I help you enroll? How can I help you? Because it might just be a case of she just doesn't want to take time. Give me your information. I'll do it for you. And you can set up her account for you. I will give that wording. Andrea, are you in our group chat, Andrea? Just give me a thumbs up if you are, because I want to make sure everybody's in there. And LaDon. Oh, see, LaDon already put it in there. Thank you, LaDon. So helpful. She is amazing, I tell you. And I'm just seeing that. Okay, let me share my screen real quick. Because this is something easy that we can do for those. And you guys, if you have to get off, that's fine. I understand, but I don't want to leave you hanging. I want to answer it. I'll be on here till I get all the questions answered. So when I log into my account, I got to move these little pictures over here. I click right here and I go to my back office. This is the easiest way to do it. You go to summary and you scroll all the way down on summary, help enroll a new consultant, and help a new customer shop. That's a very easy way. Also, you can copy that link and send it to people. Also, what you can do is you can go up here to your account and you can go to settings. And once you go to settings, then you can go to, a little bit slow on the internet here. You can go right here, business website, click that. And there's your information. You can upload a picture, and then here is your website information right here.
I think where I was going wrong was I was on the app. So do you have to go to?
Yeah,
Okay.
the app is amazing, and I don't use it enough. So
Okay.
I'm either on I always log into the site, but the app
Okay.
is really good.
That's where I was going wrong.
Okay, well, that's not wrong, and it's on there. I just, they said, could you guys do an app training? And they said, if it's a good app, you don't need to do a training. So I'm sure it's on there.
Yeah.
You go up to that top left part on your app, or even to the people and me. But then on the top left corner in the app, there's those little 3 bars. If you click that, that gives a ton of information.
Yeah, I was everywhere, and I finally was like, I'm going to ask tonight.
Okay, good. Well, that's one place that you can find it for sure.
Okay.
I'm going to open that app and see if I can pull it up. And then there's one other thing. Oh, here's what I also wanted to show you guys. Okay, so log out and you can share a cart. I'm going to show you how to do this. A lot of you already know, but some people don't. And so instead of logging in, I'm just going to go to my replicated site, which is sandymcclure.lifevantage.com. And when you see this, I'm not logged in. I don't believe I'm logged in. Okay. No. Okay. So we're going to go back and we're going to do this again. If you're logged in, you don't want to share a cart when you're logged in, because then it shows your price. Okay. So you go to Sandy McClure, you go click here, then you shop. Okay. And let's just say that they want the Kickstart bundle, which is a great bundle. Melody Rodarte drove that home. That's a great bundle. So I'm going to go this one. And then what I do is I click this share button and I copy it and I send them, and then they'll get a message after I send that. It says the cart is ready to go. Okay. So for somebody who says, hey, Sandy, and that happens all the time, I send them that good, better breast. They said, this is the one I want. And I'm like, cool, I'll send you a cart. And then it's just a couple of clicks and they're done. They don't have to go through the whole website.
Okay.
Sometimes I like it when they go through the whole website, because then they ask questions about all the other stuff. Okay. But that's how you share a cart. Now on the app, it's way easier to share a cart. And LaDawn is kind of the app queen. And I'm guessing that, and I'm going to look to see where. So right here, Denise. So you see on the app, you see where settings is?
Yes.
I click that. If you click settings.
I swear I did.
Oh, it says right now it's experiencing an issue, of course, just because I'm trying to do that. But yeah, that's where it should be. And there's where your discount codes are there. I just got a message. Yes, please resend me the invite to the group. See? And that's following up with this. Then it's a guy. Okay. Product reports. Yeah. Maybe my profile.
Yeah, I was everywhere. And
Okay. Well,
but that's okay.
Now I'm here. So
yeah.
this is good.
Yeah.
I will find that answer for you though.
Okay.
That's going to bother me now. So I make sure I get you that answer. There again, that is exactly what you guys need to know.
And
I don't know the answer to that, but I will find it.
Okay. And I have one more question.
Yep.
The video of the girl today that was talking about the food noise and she lost 16 pounds. Yeah. It was awesome, but how do you change the wording with the video? Because I noticed you put your wording with the video.
Right. So I sent that video in the group message, and maybe,
right.
Are you in that group message?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so then you can just save that to your phone and you can type it in.
Okay.
Yeah. You just save that. I try to save all of that stuff in there so that you guys don't have to have all those words. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions on the website or how to find anything? You know that you can find your coupons when you log in. Come on, Sandy. It's a wonder I can run a business like this, right? You guys see how technologically challenged I am. But then you go up here to your little blue circle, and right here, shareable discount codes, all that. Incentive trackers, you need to be paying attention to that, and make sure you all are on a subscription, because every one of you can earn that in that Alaskan trip. If you get busy, you can do it. Okay. And I'm going, so I want friends. How fun would that be for all us to be on a freaking cruise ship to Alaska? Okay. I am happy to do all of this for anyone who wants to, who needs help, you guys, but I'm also going to show you one more thing. Hub.lifevantage.com. About any question that you have is going to be here. Okay. The answer to about any question. Go to training if you're brand new. Getting started, it walks you through everything. They talk about the discount code, how to download the app, set up subscription, and everything. And you just follow step by step. And then you get here and it talks about the fast track bonuses. Make sure that you're paying attention to those, especially if you're new. You guys, for me, I'm a go-getter. I'm going to be talking on the call tomorrow. The LifeVantage call at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And they're going to be talking about incentives. And I am going to tell you that I am one of those people. If a dirty shirt is floating down the river here and they say, that's a prize, Sandy, here's what you have to do to get it, I'm going to do it. I'm competitive that way. Okay. I'm not going to try to be weird about it, but I like setting goals. And so I am competitive that way. And I want to know how to do that. So I look at those incentive trackers a lot. And I've done that ever since I've come here, and I've earned almost, I believe, every trip. And so even when I was brand new. And yeah.
Sandy, that post that I put on there kind of went along with what you just was telling her on the hub. So the hub at lifevantage.com, and there's that link in there about how to send a cart from your app. So it just went along with your comment. Yeah, it shows how to send a cart from your app in the training.
Oh, great. So, see, and there's so much in there that I haven't even seen it for so long. So yeah, I know there's so much. You guys, if you just spend the time. Thank you, Dana, very much for that. It is spending the time in there and just making sure that you're paying attention. So there's so much. They didn't have that. That's pretty much about a year old. And when I first came on, we just had to look for everything for that. So utilize that. But don't ever be afraid to reach out to me and say, Sandy, I have a question. Because the worst thing that you can do is say, I hate to bother you, but, because when you say that, then I feel like I'm making you feel like you're bothering me, and you're not. That's what I'm here for. I may not be able to get back to you right away, but I promise you I will help you. Okay. And I also would love nothing more than for us to have a big powwow mixers, what we used to call them in Advocare, on social media or on a Zoom. I mean, and we can present and everybody can be in the room and we can be talking to all your prospects on this new GLP-1 and why they should be, why they should be activated now. And if you want that, I can make that happen. I will be in Florida next week, but I can make it happen if you guys bring the people. And like I always said, if you put butts in the seats, I'm happy to do it. We can absolutely do that. Would anybody be interested in it? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to Colorado Springs this weekend. I'm been in your neighborhood again, Jessica. My granddaughter's birthday is Thursday, so Thursday's off limits. I've got to spend the whole day with her Thursday. But maybe I know evenings and weekends are hard, but I would be happy to do one if you guys could bring people. I'm trying to think. I've got some commitments. I know I'm doing a call for Sean and Michelle Poe. Let me think. How about if I put it in the group chat, what might work for me and then what might work for you guys? Because next week I'm flying to Florida, but I can absolutely do one in Florida too. I'm happy to work there. I just can't do it on the 1st because that's Brooks's birthday. The 30th, Monday, will be when we're with Megan and Kim and Nancy, and that's the last day of the month, and we really got to be pushing for that too. So it's going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. I will be flying to Florida Monday. So whew, I'm just thinking of that. It's going to be crazy. That's why, but that's how we work. Okay, thank you. Can you send a link or Can you send a link on the app? Oh yeah, Dana, you can send it. Okay. Do you want to show us that real quick, Dana? Do you want to just put that up? Can you just put your phone up and show them how to send a link?
I'm only on my phone, so I can see if I can share my screen.
And then Jessica put, see guys, I didn't even see this. Jessica put it's under profile, then click on business, then the URL is under that. Did you see that, Denise? They're answering your questions.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to, let me get on my phone because I'm watching you on my iPad.
Okay.
Now I forgot what you just said.
It says go, it's under profile.
Okay.
And then Dana's showing you right here.
Okay.
So I'm logged in, and the way there's probably 14 ways to do it, but if somebody tells me they want the Kickstart bundle, I'll just click on it in my app and then share it right here. And you can either copy it to the clipboard and then just go to your texting, whatever service that you're communicating with them on. Or the cool thing about this too is you can start adding customers to your app. And if you hit add, you don't have to type everything in. So if I want to add a prospect and I want to import it from my from my phone, I just start typing their name.
Yeah, I did that. I did that.
Cool.
But
cool.
How do you just share a link? Just share the link without
to your whole website or to a particular product?
Jessica said it's under my profile. So if you go to my profile down here,
and there's my business,
and then click on business URL.
Oh,
okay.
There it is, right there.
There it is, right there under info. So info. So let me back up again. So it was.
Oh, right there it is. I swear I went everywhere. Yeah, I see it.
My profile and then info.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you.
And then this little blue thing, I know you can't see where I'm clicking, but that little blue thing right there copies it.
Yeah, I see it. I just couldn't find it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I will stop sharing.
Deanna says, I guess my silly question is, if I've never really posted on social media much, how do I start sharing about this out of the blue? That's a really smart thing to say, and a really smart thing to be aware of, because you don't just want to bam, all of a sudden just start sharing. So I would share a few things. If you're not privy to social media very much, I would start sharing a few things. LaDawn is, what product do you love the most? Post on that. But I wouldn't share about LifeVantage first. That would just be personally me. I'd start sharing a little bit about life before, maybe even a couple of days before I start just sharing about LifeVantage. And I do the same thing with when I add somebody on as friend on Facebook. I don't just bash whatever. I don't just do that. But if there's somebody out there that I want to get their attention, I post about something that might grab them. And, and then I can kind of ease into that. But that's what I would do, Deanna. I would post a little bit about life. Like today we went on a hike. I'd post a picture about that. I'd post about my dog. I'd post a little bit, about our school. And then maybe the next thing is, when you do decide to post about LifeVantage, you could say, wow, I came across this really great thing. I'd never heard anything about it. You don't even have to say LifeVantage. You don't have to say a specific product or anything. Just tell a story about, I just feel so much better. I have so much more energy. I cannot believe one simple decision led to that. And just put a picture of you going, whatever. You have not said anything, but you said you have energy now. One simple thing led to that. You know what they're going to say? Tell me what you're doing. And so the next thing you do is put, I drink Axio, and here's how you order it. And you put all that in the comment, right? No. You say, hey, I'll reach out to you. And that's when you reach out to them. Because if you put that in the comment, I drink Axio, and you give them all the information, no one else has to ask the question. You're going to have people that go, oh, it's one of those things. You lose the opportunity to have a personal conversation with people when you put all the information in the comments. So don't do that. Just said, I'll reach out to you. I'm excited to tell you. And then just send them a message. And that gives you that personal touch. And you can start that way. And then maybe eventually then put a voice to it, so they hear your voice too. You gauge how that conversation goes. Does that help?
Personally, I overthink everything. And so I've been in your shoes before, and I'm starting to get better about, overanalyzing when I post, what I post, how it's going to sound, what people think. And so finally this weekend, I decided to keep it simple. And I used an image that you shared with us, Sandy. It just says, unlock something about unlocking the power of GLP-1. And I barely put anything as far as what I typed. And your comment of, when you post, you better be ready to respond. I didn't ever leave my chair for a long, long time, because I was very, very, surprised that people were typing in unlock. And so that's what I did. I just sat there and I told them I would get back with them on Messenger, and I would voice record sometimes. I would send a link to the GLP-1 blog post that you had shared the other day. I found that too. It was so awesome at the bottom of the resources for GLP-1. So I'll keep my mouth shut from this point. I don't mean to like take over anything, but
No.
don't overanalyze. Don't be like me and overanalyze. Just put a little something up there and then have fun with it.
You're not taking up any, people need to hear what you have to say. Here's the thing, Dana. I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but the attention span of people, and if I've seen some of this stuff on what they say on social media, 3 seconds. 3 seconds if they'll scroll right on by. So less is more. But here's another thing that you did well, and then what people don't do. You need to have a call to action. You said comment, unlock if you're interested. You didn't just say message me if you're interested. You said comment, unlock. You gave them something specific to do to get more information. They commented that, and then you message them. And what I do is I come up with, I know I'm going to have a blast message. I come up with a general message that's going to cover everything. I copy and paste that, but I make sure at the top, hi, Dana. Hi, Rose. Hi, Karen. So that it's not the same thing being posted all the time, because Facebook will knock that down as spam, for one thing. And it also makes it more personal. So you can make that, hi, Karen. I'm really glad to see that you're interested in this. I didn't know anything about it before. Whatever you're going to say, but that takes it right into more of a personal conversation. They don't even realize that it's the same thing you're typing to everyone. Get as much information in as short amount of space as time. Give them the visual. If you're talking about how to get started, invite them, that call to action. I'm inviting you to a group, and this is why. I'm sending you this picture, and this is why, because this is where you need to get started. I am sending you this link, and this is why. So that there's a call to action on everything, so that they have actionable points. You've told them what to do. Yeah. So it's all so good.
Yep. And I took your idea about that and duplicated it. That's what you guys have been sharing with us as leaders. So make sure everything that you do is duplicatable, because the people that you invite to your team, you want it to seem doable to them as well.
Yes.
I'm pretty new, so I'm not speaking as saying, join the team, we're in this together, and we know how you feel, or I do.
I think it's amazing, and I'm so glad that you're willing to speak up. Every single person matters here, and I want you all to know that you are all valuable. You all have great information, and I would love it if I could just sit back and listen to one of these calls sometime. So if anybody wants to step up and say, I'm going to lead a call, I'm all about it, letting you do it. Please. I love it. I love everything that you're saying, because I'm beyond that. I'm not brand new. I need to know what the new people need. I'm going to throw that into the chat real quick. Because anybody else have anything? I don't want to keep you all night, but I also don't want you to think that I'm not here for you, because I am.
I listened to another, the Eric Worre, some of his information. He was interviewing on a podcast, Megan Shepherd, Michelle, somebody Shepherd. I wrote it something down somewhere, but
We're losing you, Dana.
her method, like if you were doing this full to be on social media. Okay, I'll save it for another time.
No, go ahead. You're just cutting in and out. Now it's better. Go ahead.
Well, I'm a part-time right now, working in, hopefully it can be more of a full-time, but on social media, they were suggesting that kind of a 4-1-1, I think it was 4-1-1. Anyway, like post 4 times, just like, yeah, just about your personal life, just so people can learn your personality and get used to you posting. And then one time for a call to action, and then the other time, or one time about your product and the other for a call to action, or actually like it's about a product that you want to promote and sell. So it's more like relationship building. And then, oh, by the way, I love Axio because it's helped me with this hike, kind of drip that in there. And then you're more of a call to action, like, hey, kind of thing.
Yeah. Does anybody else it's so good, Dana. All of that is so good. That call to action is so important. What's the actionable item? Because people just, I'm same way. Tell me what to do. How do I get it done? Because I'm busy. Just tell me what to do. Anybody else feel like that? I'm that way. And that I have had people say, I'm gonna order. I'm like, do you just need me to get your credit card information and do it for you? Do you trust me? Because I'll do it. And they'll be like, yes, will you do that? I had somebody that was trying to sell me Pampered Chef. I'm like, I don't have time. Can you just go in and order me something? I want something here, whatever, just send it. And they did it for me. Otherwise, I wasn't gonna buy it because I didn't have time. So yeah. All right. Any other questions or anything?
Sandy, I have a question.
Yep, go ahead.
So I posted on Facebook and I had 4 or 5 people reach out to me, not on a comment through that post, but like text or something. And I wanted to help them out. Have you found that those people that don't really want to comment on Facebook, just one-on-one, would be better on a call like with you, and that one person instead of a group, as far as they, might feel
Ask them. Ask them
okay.
what they want. Yeah.
Okay.
Just,
All right.
just the only way you're going to know is to ask them.
Yeah. Because I didn't
How do
know
you
if,
feel about me inviting you to would you be comfortable if I invited you to a group? Would you
okay.
be comfortable me putting you in a group message with Sandy? Here's what you don't do. You don't say, here, I'm going to give Sandy your number and she can call you.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
going to talk to anybody without you being there. So,
Right.
those are the kind of things. Yeah, just ask them. How would you like
Okay.
to talk about this? But there's a lot of times where I am busy and I've got a lot going on that you could
Sure.
say, I'd love to add you to this group. I'm going to tag you in this really great post that I think would really resonate with you. There could be
Right.
the answer. And guess what? Then when they come on board or they
Right.
invite somebody to that group, they'll say, I'm going to tag you in this post that Rose tagged me in. They're going to figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you.
absolutely. And also in your post, you can say comment unlock like Dana did, or private message me so that
Okay.
people know that they can do either one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Oh yeah. Yeah. There's Dana. Look. My sister saw my post yesterday, called me. You never know. Very much so. 4 personal life posts per week, 1 product post, 1 call to action per week. And for me, I'm going to do more than that, but you guys can look and just follow people and see, follow other LifeVantage people, use their posts, just reword them a little bit. Angie Harper is a great person to follow. Tanya Sheldon, great person. They're people of high integrity. And they've got good stuff. You're all welcome. All right, we're going to sign off then. Welcome everybody, and thank you guys so much for joining. And we were on here for an hour, and that's awesome. I'll see you next week, and if you need me before then, you don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll put in a date that maybe we could do a opportunity, and I'll get it done for you. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Have a great night.